April 22nd, 2020. Welcome to this week's edition of at the Funny Farm. We have been busy. And yet I still don't feel like we were really accomplishing much. My husband is on vacation. It's been, we're about halfway through the 12 days. And I'm torn. Part of me is dreading him going back to work, and part of me is totally looking forward to it because I might hang him if he doesn't. I love him. I love him to pieces. Right now he is at the dump with my daughter because apparently that's, the highlight of her day is getting to go to the dump with daddy. I don't know. Yesterday he taught her how to mow, sort of, and she thought that was just the coolest thing in the world. Today we did a little bit of hair trimming. My husband looks human again for the most part. Sorry, I've got, like I said, we did some hair trimming, both of my husband and my daughter. So I'm covered in, if you see this, hairs. And they're not mine because they're long and curly, which means it's got to be my husband because he's got like really long curly hair and he likes to share it. So his beard that was about mid-chest is now trimmed up again. His hair, which is even wilder than my beautiful, do, got a little bit of a trim, kind of, at the end. America has been hollering for bangs again, so she got herself a little bit of bangs, and she's all happy. Only thing that didn't make her happy was that I didn't let her cut Daddy's hair. I can only imagine. I let her cut mine, I let her buzz my hair. My hair is such a crazy mop that really, what can a 7-year-old do that can't be fixed by just time and patience? I need to learn patience anyway, so maybe that'll be how I learn it. Anyway, I know I haven't made a video in a while, and I need to get a little bit better because I'm hoping to make this a weekly thing. This is something that is been at me for a while. Catches is some videos that I'll be making will be leaning towards religious issues and religious topics. I'm not ashamed of that, but I'm going to warn you. They will be labeled. So if you don't want to listen, you don't want to hear about the Bible, about God, about Jesus, about how the Bible and those lessons pertain to life, how they're affecting me and my family, how blessed we are to be in the situation we are in because of His grace, then that's fine. That is your choice. That is your option. I will not judge you. They will be labeled. You don't have to watch those ones. If you are more interested in sticking on like what we're doing here on the farm, that's awesome. They will be labeled. They will definitely be, notation made so that it's not like I'm trying to drag you in and force you to listen to my little soapbox tirade in one way or the other. If you'd rather listen to the religious and not the farm, do what you like. If you'd like to ignore me completely, you may either be related to me, married to me, or I give birth to you, because it's a pretty common, trend. But whatever is your preference is up to you. I'm still going to be doing this because I feel this is where I need to be right now. And I'm sure as I get more comfortable, more used to it, we will have a better organized setup, and I will be a little less flighty. Then again, love you, sis. Love you, Mom. But I think it's, it came naturally. It's all your fault. So, as of right now, for a quick update, before I let you go off of this, we had gotten 6 chicks. America got 4, and I got 2. I had 2 lavender Orpingtons, and she had 4 assorted layers. Just grab bag of layers. Eggs are always good. because I have a couple that are kind of getting a little bit older and will probably start weaning down on eggs soon. So by the time these ones are old enough, then we've got it covered. Well, her four killed my two. Not on purpose. They kind of squished them. They squished them because I think they were just trying to cuddle. Mine tried to burrow underneath, and they were a little bit smaller, and they kind of got... So then there were four. And then three of hers were the bigger, and then one of hers was kind of small, not as small as mine, but kind of right in between, and it kind of died as well. And I'm not sure exactly what happened there, if they got into a fight or if it just died. Sometimes that happens with chicks. So we were down to three. We've had chicks before, and the only reason they didn't make it was because we had some predator issues, which we've dealt with. And so we're doing better now on that front. But when we put them, the first set of chicks we had last year, into the coop, into the pen, Ta, our big rooster, once he knew that they were aware he was the boss, he took care of them. The younger rooster that we had was, kept under control. Our big rooster wouldn't let him pick on the chicks, wouldn't let him, push anybody around. He kept everything under an even keel. And everybody got along great. This year, when we put the chicks out, after they'd been, kept warm and inside basically for quite a while, we put them out in the pen, and our younger rooster decided he wanted to be the boss of somebody, and he was not having anybody stand in his way. And so he actually pecked one of the chicks so bad that it ended up not making it. I mean, he just kept pecking it on the head and just, it was mean. Needless to say, that rooster did not survive. America was very excited to pluck him and to choose how he was going to get cooked and keep some feathers and get him out of her pen, because he was being mean to her chicks and her chickens, and that was it. That was not okay. So, for those who are worried that we traumatized my daughter with butchering this chicken, or this rooster, she's good. She was ready for him to go. She was telling us, you need to kill that big mean bird. Okay. Off he went. The chicks are back in the pen now. She spent a day out there, a good part of a day out there with them, introducing them to everybody, and they kind of got into a little pattern where they had their own little space, and the bigger chickens respected that and let them be for a bit, and everybody kind of just stared at each other for a while and kind of got used to it, and now they're all intermingling. Everybody's fine. So out of 6 chicks, we now have 2. Which means at some point, don't tell the husband, but we're going to have to get some more. We will be butchering rabbits soon. We have 2 bucks that need to go. They one is getting a little old and crotchety, a little mean. He's turned into a cranky old man. The other, sorry, the weird sound probably came through. I just got a text message update on the coronavirus through the Indiana governor's office or whatever. They put out a text message a couple times a day to let you know any updates. But I will check that out in a few minutes. But so we have one old man and another who's actually a little bit older than him, who's getting a little... He's acting like he's just getting up there. And we have some other bucks that are younger and who are more than happy to take on the task of impregnating our does. So, They will end up in the pot very soon. One probably this week. We were gifted an old lawnmower that's working wonderfully. My husband's been playing in the tall grass with it and making the chickens and the rabbits day. We have one rabbit that is supposed to be due next week. We'll see. It's her first. It'll be her first litter, so we'll see how this goes. We'll see if it took the matings with one of the older rabbits. So I don't know if he's still hitting him out of the ballpark, or if we're at that whole swing and miss stage. So we'll find out. I don't like to overly handle them when I know they're expecting. But she's been given everything she needs to make her nest. She's being monitored, and we'll see how this goes. If she does not produce, then she will be bred again, and our newest addition, Snickerdoodle, will probably end up being bred as well here very shortly. She's coming up on 3 months minimum. I think she was a little bit older than 8 weeks when we got her. So she will be at least introduced to the males here probably within the next couple weeks. And we'll see if she responds, or if she just... Rabbits can start producing anywhere from 3 to 6 months old. So we'll see what she does. If she seems utterly confused and just hides in a corner, then she'll go back to her cage. If she seems to, respond on instinct and kind of know what she's supposed to do, we'll see if we can get a litter out of her too. And she's a little lop-eared. She's so cute. But we'll see how that goes. As for the garden, we had, like I said before, taken this year to kind of focus on really being ready next year. Making sure the soil is good, making sure we have some compost going, making sure that it's going to grow to the best of its ability when the time is right. Rather than us sitting there putting in all the effort to plant and find out nothing's growing because the ground's too hard. It's not, got the proper nutrients in it. It's, flooded out because of the way the water drains or whatever. So we are going to try and spend this year really kind of getting things on the right path. We were hoping to get goats this year. We're not in a position that I feel we're ready for that. I think we need to take a deep breath, backtrack, and really, really focus on planning for the basics and having our setup for the basics done first. Would having dairy goats here to provide dairy really make my day? Yes, I would be in heaven. America would absolutely love it. But I cannot, at this time, say that it is the best route to go. So, we're going to hold off. Maybe next year. Until then, we're going to just keep working towards our goals. America's bigger room. Moving of water. Garden space. Composts. And just, breaking through some of the clutter and the, overabundance of unnecessariness. So, now that I have rambled for probably longer than you were hoping, that is where the Funny Farm is right now. And I think we're getting there. We've got this. We've got some help. Alright, y'all. comment. Let me know if you have questions. Always feel free to leave questions on the Facebook page. Message me privately if you don't want to ask a question. You think it's something. You'd be surprised what people ask me. There has been a huge amount of curiosity about how we handle a lot of different aspects of life. And I have no problem telling you if you want to know. So, every one of you, take care, be safe, be smart. I'm not saying lock yourself in your house and never ever leave. But be smart. When you're out and about, when you're doing stuff, when you're interacting with those who seem absolutely determined to ignore every suggestion or bit of advice that is out there for their safety. That's your choice. Yes, we have freedom. But freedom without common sense, freedom without responsibility, freedom without thinking isn't freedom, it's stupidity. If getting out and being out is important to you, and that's important to your freedom, I get it. There are times I'm losing my mind. Just be smart about it. If you have to go to work and you have to go out and go shopping, you have to go and be involved with situations that could be dangerous, then do what you have to do. Life is full of dangers. But do it with a little bit of common sense. I will probably, maybe this weekend, I will be happy to, if anybody's interested or even not interested, share my views on the virus and on the quarantine and going out in public, and you can take it, leave it as you see fit. Till then, be safe, be smart, be blessed. Remember, don't take life too serious. No one gets out alive anyway.